Okay, we are getting ready to finish up the Velen quests. We're gonna go back to the bog.
Why the devil are there witch hunters here to start with? They didn't ride from Novigrad to hang two blob tits, did they?
I don't know, my lord.
They say where they were headed?
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. Can't draw any meaning from this rabble's bawling. Perhaps they talk some sense after a few lashes. Well, spit it out. Where'd they go?
To the village in the swamp, my lord. Lass rode with him, asking after her mother, Constant.
Lass? We must go there at once, Geralt.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. Fall in! With the swamp to cross and those cursed crows to hunt down.
Hey, Witcher. If not for you.
Ploughing swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants. Crowns, fuck me. What will these hayseeds think of next?
The crones exist. You'll know that soon enough.
Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat of peasant minds. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them. Care for them out of the kindness of her heart. Good as gold, that one. Always. Whoa!
Okay, this isn't working. Okay, looks like I forgot to rest and get back, alchemy decoctions and stuff like that. Let's see. So right now we have regeneration. Increased by each foe killed. We're just walking into a boss. I think, each blow land increases attack power. Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Go and drink that. And they are relics.
Aye, haven't seen that many all at once in a while. We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deeper in. That fair talking. Through you, Brawley Bird. Through me? Here? Not on your life. All right, boys, let's move on. At pace, show these horrors who's in charge.
There we go. Oh, hag.
Where's a horror like that come from? A wench that's had too much hooch turns into that. So next time you think to give a woman booze, don't. Better off drinking it down yourself.
Alright, fight's already going on.
Witcher, why are you here?
Tell you later.
Oh, Tamara is being beat on.
Witcher, change your mind. How much did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire protects me.
Won't need to protect you from me.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to.
Stop arguing. It's stupid. We need to find Anna.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father. And I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
Over here!
Oi! Get back, stinky head. Gingerbread loaf, freshly baked and hot.
Mother.
Clean as a whistle. Fresh as a daisy. Go on, whip me. I made it too little. I nibbled it, but just to see if it's firm. But it's fresh, so take pity.
Oh, Mother.
Take pity. But I pleaded. I begged.
Mother. It's me. You recognize me? What's happened to her?
I said I'd do it all. Give it here. I'll scrub it again. Scrub it clean.
Mother!
Something's coming. Get ready.
Prepare for a fight.
Didn't sound like
Ooh.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
So let's go ahead and put on. We'll put on relic oil, and if it's something different, then we'll change.
Salvation. No escape.
Okay. Some necrophages so far.
You reek of fiend. You'll spoil our feast.
Okay, a fiend. So we need its mutagen for a decoction. That's we're the ones that set that on fire.
What was that?
Looked a fiend to me.
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close. Sent the beast for Anna.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her. Are they not satisfied? Enough! I'm taking her away.
She's my wife. She'll return home with me. You're welcome to come with us if you wish.
Don't touch her. We leave this cursed place now.
She's sick, weakened. Where would you take her in this state, Oxenfurt? It would mean her death.
I know how to care for my mother.
She's not a rag doll to be ripped from hand to hand. Let her decide.
Bye. Bye for dinner. Mood bye.
She's incapable of deciding anything just now.
A dark spell, it must be. Help her, Witcher. I beg you.
Before we do anything, we've got to get her out of here. Crones know we've come for her. Might send another monster, something worse than a fiend.
I'll not go anywhere until you tell me you can help her. Break the spell.
This is no dark spell, I'm afraid.
Well, what is it then?
She's been through a lot. Lost a child, was carried off by a fiend, lived in the Crone's village taking care of children who are now gone. It's left its mark, as it would on anyone.
So it's hopeless. You can't help her. She's to be like this.
I'm sorry.
I know a hermit. A very wise man with a gift for healing. Met him some time past. Lives in the Blue Mountains. I shall take her there.
I don't want her to go with him, but I'm gonna say no.
It's no use. Doubt a healer can do anything for her now. Doubt anyone can.
I must do something.
I shall go with you.
That's impossible, sadly.
Why?
That's good.
You have duties. Duties deriving from your commitment to the Church of the Eternal Fire. Once we finish our work in Velen, we return to Oxenfurt.
You said you'd save my mother.
And I kept my word. Your father can care for her now.
He care? You know him. You know what he did to her.
He swears to be a changed man. And in his eyes I see true sorrow. Remorse for his sins. He will care for her. And you've a new life and new duties. To the Eternal Fire.
Fear not. All will be well. I will not touch drink. I will find the hermit. And once she is herself again, we will find you.
Swear it.
You have my word, child.
Witchers were made to kill monsters. It doesn't matter who posted the notice. The coin has to be right. That's all. Witchers don't debate. Their conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect Witchers to save them from themselves.
Thank you, Witcher. Despite all.
May the eternal fire guide and protect you.
Farewell.
Graydon, okay.
You're right to let your father take her.
I'm not so sure.
Do nothing more. Nor could the Witcher, if she can be helped. Only a learned sage.
Perhaps you're
Quest
right.
updated. I wonder if that was because we were supposed to play the Baron. So I want to find the Fiend, where the Fiend died. Lesser Red Mutagen, Fiend Mutagen, there we go. And see if any of the hags dropped anything. Fiend. Okay, increase the amount of weight the Witcher can carry without being overburdened. That's good that we can pop if we ever get too heavy. Water Hack Decoction. Still haven't got a Water Hack Mutagen to drop. Damage dealt is increased when vitality is at its maximum. So that'd be a good one to have when we have regeneration on. Okay, let's look at quests. So we can either go to Novigrad or Skellige. Win a unique card from the Baron. Okay. So we're not going to become Gwent Masters. Okay, so running around, I picked up some quests to read. Let's go ahead and read them. Okay, an unsent letter. You asked me, my good sir, to reckon how my lads I could drum up. To reckon how many lads I could drum up to work for the Empire's glory. So here's my reckoning. First off, your esquires gotta know that I can scrummage up a few hayseeds from Claywitch whenever you want. But that's what I'd call second-rate goods. Geezers and squirts, mainly. But if your excellency thinks he can find use for even dregs like that, send us a messenger, and within weeks' time, you get a transport full of them, trussed up like conies. I've also had a word or two with some soldiers who quit the Baron's service after he got soused one night and jammed a hot poker in one of them's eyes. They pitched two camps, one right next to the castle, the other near Valen's southern border, and as I'm sure your wondrousness has guessed, they're looking to make some quick coin. So if your most reverend sir can send us a few crowns as a deposit, why, we'll get to work on the double quick and send you the prettiest dames and hardiest lads in all of Velen, maybe even in all the north, 100, 200, however many of them great sergeant wants. Delegor. Okay. Melitil. Forget how they pronounced it. Listen, Nightel. that little case you gave me to transport, was there anything of value inside? Because the thing is, I had a bit of an unfortunate work accident, and, well, the blasted case fell in the water and I couldn't spy it for the life of me. I tried to fish it out, but some devil must live on the bottom there, because every time I tossed my net, I'd catch a snare. Maybe there's, I don't know, some way I can repay you? A discount on your next shipment, maybe? Change Your Life, a handbook. And so I, Jacob the Rebel, once well known as a libertine and brawler extraordinaire from Nazir, with its myriad tabards to the wilds of Zerkania, used what strength I had left to pull my craft ashore. The raft I had strapped together out of an old boot, bits of strap, and a burst barrel had taken on so much water that 2 ells more, and I'd have sunk to the bottom. Instead, I stood on dry land, and that was all that mattered. With not a living soul in sight, and my stomach growling something mighty, I began to explore. The isle was bereft of game, but offered fruit in great abundance. I ate so heartily the juice nearly poured out my ears. Then I began to gather wood with which to build my shelter for the night and fuel the fire that would warm me. It was then I came upon the strange plant that would change my life till the end of my days. Ignorance of its value at this time, I frivolously used it for kindling. Yet as soon as it began to smolder and its sweet scent filled my nostril, I felt light and coastal breeze whisked all my troubles away. I devoted subsequent years of my life to researching this miraculous weed and its properties. As a result, I was able to develop a method that is likely to transform the life of any who puts it into practice. Here's how to begin. Mage's Notes. Kian has enlisted with the Flying Stag as a guard of sorts. A hefty sack of Novigrad crowns convinced the captain to lodge me in his cabin. All is going according to plan. I'm actually finding this expedition amusing. I'm glad I didn't contract the kidnapping out to some bulgy, armed half-wit. I'll do it more gracefully myself. He's cautious. I won't be able to put him down with a casually placed poison apple. Guess I'll have to zonk him out with a spell and whisk him away via teleport. I just hope it won't plop us down somewhere in the middle of Temple Isle instead of in my quarters below. The power pulsating from my laboratory tends to throw off a good portion of my attempts to teleport home. Very high resistance to psionic spells. Time needed for full penetration of his nervous system, a half an hour at least. A few more moments and the Witcher will be ready for transport. Now I just need to wipe our tracks. Perhaps a little change in the weather. While waiting for more favorable atmospheric conditions, I looked through his things. Some very intriguing documents, a map of Estair, crafting diagrams of Elven province, margin note, highly interesting sketch for a one-handed crossbow, most likely used to hunt draconids or ornithosaurs. Must ask about this during interrogation. Confirm my theory that the Witchers of the Cat School use Elven weapons. And wait for it, Professor Sigmund's logger's notes. It's clear that the Witcher had something to do with the famous professor's disappearance. Think I might have overdone it a bit with these cumulonimbi. No point in tearing, time to investigate. Great Sun Banner to the Dragon Mountains. You'll make the Emperor proud. So I enlisted and they sent me to Velen. Oh, yeah. Join the army, they said. You'll kill Nordlings, they said. You'll carry the Great Sun Banner to the Dragon Mountains and make the Emperor proud. So I enlisted and they sent me to Velen. If this is what the whole north is like, then I swear on all the gods, I don't have a clue why we're even bothering. Nothing but filth, clap, and graves. I've been sitting here for 2 months. Haven't seen a single Redanian yet. Instead of fighting, they've got us running errands, each stupider than the last. Now the sergeants sent us to find some chest. Baubles robbed from the Nordling, seems. Fell off a wagon as the transport was headed south. We've been wandering this swamp for 3 days now. The only thing we found was a hole-ridden boot and a cow's skull. What a waste. But if we come back without the chest, they'll send us to the hole and deduct 3 weeks' wages. So we're going to keep searching for the glory of the fatherland. Drabnik, listen up, you stupid git. Go on keeping the treasure out of all to see like that. We won't keep it very long at all. What? You think we're the only bandits around? Well, knowing what a fool you are, Perhaps you do. So here's me telling you, no, we ain't. So be a good little dunce and hide it somewhere where only you and me will know how to find it again. Otherwise, I'll tan your ass till it's red as a watermelon. Okay, soldiers have come, whether ours or theirs, don't know. Don't really matter anymore. I heard them riding down the road, hid, nailed the door shut. Maybe they won't get in. They spent the whole night killing and raping. I saw it all through the cracks in the wall, bit my finger to the bone trying to keep from screaming. Don't know if anyone else managed to hide. Maybe not. I saw them drag Antosh out. He had hid in the fields next to the haystack where he'd stashed his things. They flailed him. They've heard me. Knowing I'm in here, I didn't open up when they pounded. I thought they'd burn me out, just like they did those who hid in the granary. Then they got on their horses and rode off. Quiet now. All I can hear is the flies circling the bodies. I tried to knock open the door, open the window, dig myself out, make a hole in the wall or the roof. Nothing doing. I heard people who came to rob corpses. Don't know of what. All that's left is soiled shirts and foot wrappings. I called for help. They didn't answer. Only ones who will come now are the ghouls. Yuner, of course you can stay with us. What kind of question is that? Come, bring the whole family. War hasn't struck here yet. We've got plenty of food. My belly's even grown a bit in the recent weeks. So if you take a bit of beer and bacon out of my mouth, you're actually doing me a favor. We're already preparing a bed for you. You'll stay in the attic. It's comfortable there, as long as you don't forget to duck when you go up the stairs. Happy trails, Junior. See you soon. Matsk. Contract monsters in the sewers. Let it be known that Olgierd von Everik shall pay a generous reward in gold, jewels, and movable goods, subject to negotiation, to any man who descends into the Oxenfurt sewers and kills the beast which has infested them, taken to murdering the innocents, and an especially predilection for young maids. The task is best suited for a battle-hardened individual, a soldier, or possibly a witcher, who will not run at the sight of drowners, for the sewers are chock full of such nuisances. For more information, inquire at Garen Estates to the northeast of Novigrad. Okay. Witcher wanted. Witcher wanted to root out and exterminate the monsters rampaging around these parts. During the time it takes to complete the contract, the said Witcher will have the right to room and board in the Alderman's hut. Cost deducted from the final pay. Okay. So this is something I picked up farther to the north. This is part of the expansion content. A rune right upon your shores has landed. To my fellows from the world's other bosom, vast seas have I crossed to reach your most fascinating land, to learn the names of the animals which in it dwell, of the plants which in it grow, and of the most of you, its folk. A ravenous wave devour the tools of my heart, yet the rune right's labor does not with his hand end, for he endlessly strives the world to explore, its mysteries to comprehend. Thus, if you wish to stay a while and converse with a traveler from the far-off Alfir, I invite you to my tent, which I pitched by a mill near the village, named Brunwich. So this is the start of a quest. I think it wants us to be in the 32 or so. My evening with the vampire. You will no doubt call me a liar, a cheat, and a madman. You will shake your head in pity and snort in disbelief. But I promise you, I swear on all the gods, everything which you shall read in the pages to follow is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself as Regis, and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never even suspected his true nature, had not a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing. This Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouchable by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of the burning inn, saving my life from certain death, then treated my numerous wounds. At first, Regis refused to answer my query as to how he had miraculously survived the furnace-like temperatures inside the burning inn without so much as a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump to hasty judgments based on the appearance or species, and revealed his identity, along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. This vast family contains both mindless catechans fledders, and echimeras, who in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as alps and bruxae, who look remarkably like comely maids. In addition to these, there are even more powerful high vampires to which genius belonged my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can truly discern a high vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into the chest, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or the symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire bite does not turn a human into one of their number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To them, it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with a fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to myself, but now, as I lay on my deathbed, I feel that I must share the secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to this most noble individual. So that gave me a bestiary input, so we'll go take a look at that too. Another bestiary input. Journey to the end of the world. Sirens, the harpies' distant relatives, are winged monsters found in Skellige Archipelago, most frequently on the unpopulated isles or in the inaccessible coastal areas of the populated ones. According to legend, they are daughters of the mythical winged giant Rasvelg, who lives on the edge of the world and births gales with the waving of his wings. Rasvelg's daughters seek out the company of giants and often make their nests near their lairs. These creatures attack boats and ships from the air, tearing sails and rigging to shreds and rendering the vessels immobile. At times they will snatch men or cattle from the deck and drop them from great heights to their death. They also attack travelers trekking across isolated beaches. Bandit notes. They say you can't catch an elf in the woods. Oh, you can in fact. You just gotta try real hard. We've got living proof in our camp, a Scoia'tael archer. I thought we missed all those vermin after the last Nilfgaard war, but it seems we missed one. Seems we thought we eliminated. I'd rather hang the long ears right off, but maybe after a couple of days of torture. But still, hanging's what he needs. Thing is, Kula says as long as we have him alive in our camp, other squirrels won't attack us. Out of fear, we'll kill him before they can stop us. I listened to his advice, and so far I don't regret it. Used to be an arrow'd come flying towards you at arse every 2 steps. Now it's dead quiet. That elf stays calm, doesn't eat much. And we get some vodka in him. He even sings in the language of theirs. Pretty good, too. Bloden Doin Aspir Evelyn, or something like that. Must be about flowers, sunshine. They love that shite. Okay. So we learn about relics. We got a fiend. High vampires. Okay. Higher vampires. Scavenger hunt. It's a cat school gear. Okay, some of these low ones we'll pick up later. Can't school gear. Let's go ahead and Pyres of Novigrad. So in order to do this, we'll need to teleport up to Novigrad. I have been up to the city. Just kind of ran through it, visited some of the visited a couple of the shops. Don't think I saw the didn't find any blacksmiths or anything like that. Oh, except for there is a shopkeeper named Hattori, who is a dumpling maker who makes great swords, and we have a quest that we need to go help him negotiate materials in order to so he can start making swords again.
What do you seek, Pain Giver?
Eternal fire. Protect King Radovid.
Mug like that can't get you a copper. Got to be elegant like me. What can I do?
Going to the execution? They're to burn a beast turned human in form.
Not just a beast. A witch is to roast as well.
Taking your boy to money,
Here falls a witcher. Look! The corpse-like visage, the beastly eyes.
Is he talking trash?
Made a mongrel of a man.
Or you can all go suck on
You want to
Got
talk
the
trash?
courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant. A freak. A useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Bruxay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth, but holler at him and his tail slinks between his legs. Come on, people.
You'll not find much to do in Novigrad.
Nice.
Eight at the Kingfisher. You'll sort it for at least 2 days. Just gotta adjust the good position.
Our Novigrad, shining and brilliant, pearl amongst cities, great. No evil can survive the holy fire. The holy fire enlightens, burns, and cleanses. Behold the flame of grace and mercy. Special fire for you, freak. Nice, slow burning. You'll beg for mercy in all the voices known to you, but the others are your speech. No! I wanted only to live like you! Help me, kind folk! Please!
Sure hope Dudu hasn't met the same fate.
I don't know.
Doppler. Why the stench is entirely different.
Characters added, Chappelle. Okay, Caleb Mange, Chappelle. Geralt and I had long known that Chappelle, Chancellor of the Security of the Church of the Eternal Fire in Novigrad, had died years ago and had been replaced by a Doppler masquerading under his name. We didn't breathe a word of this to anyone, of course, for the change was decidedly in everyone's best interest. The Doppler had provided a reasonable creature deprived of the true Chappelle's cruelty under his watch. Life in the city had much improved. Sadly, the Chancellor's conciliatory style must have raised suspicion. As a wave of terror and persecution began to swell over Novigrad, the Doppler was found out, arrested, and burned at the stake for the greater glory of the Eternal Fire. So this is somebody we knew. And Felicia Corey. Geralt had been in a situation where he could not prevent someone's death on more than one occasion. In fact, you might say he had grown accustomed to the particular form of agony. It was another thing altogether, however, to stand powerless and watch the unjust, cruel execution of an acquaintance for whom one has developed a fondness. Such was his loss as regards Felicia Corey, a young sorceress whom Geralt had met while chasing the Kingslayer Letho. Though Geralt had not gotten to know her deeply, he had nonetheless taken a liking to his former pupil of Philippa Elhart, who had seemed to him a pleasant and enterprising young woman, yet she was a wielder of magic and as such met her end on the pyre. Okay. Caleb Mange. In those days, rampant persecution and smoke of 100 pyres choked Novigrad's air. The grim climate provided cover in which a great many bloody butchers built comfortable nests for themselves. Drummed up conspiracies, mass arrests, and show trials resulted in a group execution were the favorite building blocks. Caleb Mange, the fanatical, ambitious commander of the Church of the Eternal Fire's Temple Guard, was one such opportunist, his moment of triumph coming when he unmasked his superior, the former Temple Guard commander, Chappelle, as a Doppler in disguise. Geralt first met Mange lighting Chappelle's fire in Novigrad's main square, and had no doubt that, for this man, the appellation fanatical whoreson was too mild by far. So Gran and Anna Stinger have two different injuries. Did a quest where we helped this guy out. Okay, so Triss Marigold is who we're coming to find. I always considered a point of particular pride to count Triss Marigold of Maribor among my closest and dearest friends. This exceptionally talented sorceress was a shining star of her profession, the former mage advisor to King Foltest, and a famous hero of the Battle of Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill. Yet in no way did she resemble her often unbearably haughty sisters in magic. Her deft mind, warm smile, and considerable personal charm had always won over even the hardest of hearts. Though my personal relations with Triss never ventured beyond the fraternal, Geralt of Rivia at one point found her lure irresistible. From then on, the two shared feelings that ran far deeper than a superficial and fleeting fancy. Yennefer told Geralt that Triss had recently taken up residence in the free city of Novigrad. So, it seems Geralt has a thing for sorceresses. Okay, let's go ahead and save.
Sick of it.
That is a state of mind. Understand?
He's in a rush. Must have had something. What of it?
Things look tossed.
Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1,
Hear that?
2,
Ooh, looky. Thinks he can scare us off.
3. Come on, come closer.
You smell like dead birds, arsehole. No, don't. No more, please.
Where's the sorceress who lived here?
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down. All mages are fair game. Yeah, they round them up like rats.
Someone's gotta know more.
I'd look for her in the Putrid Grove.
Putrid Grove. Interesting, as names go.
A hive of scum and freakery if there ever was one. No decent folk show their hides there.
That why you think I should look for my friend there?
I meant no offense.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumour has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities. You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you gotta get there through the sewers, but you gotta enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly, though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief, follow him. Beggars and thieves gotta pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars had a king? Crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
And watch yourself. Menga himself don't even go to the grove. Someone call for me.
Minga.
Wonder why.
It's Menga.
Temple Guard. Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property? Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws. But by law, the Temple Guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad. You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
Got nothing to do with their sense of smell. It's about their hearing.
Well, well. Man knows his bats. Here I thought you only cared about monsters. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them. Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now, but just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake, it's inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it, and when I do, it'll be standard procedure, like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
Hand swallow.
Herbs, roots, just turn to healing. Hairbrush. Only ever known Triss to use one like this. Amulets are emanating magic. Gotta be Triss's. She was allergic to potions. Triss's. Never knew her to drop them on the floor.
Rose of Remembrance.
The Rose of Remembrance. All dried up.
See what is a Rose of Remembrance? Don't have anything else. So we have quest items. Items needed to complete a quest. Unfortunately, we also have these things over here. Talisman. Item needed to complete a quest. Incense. Item needed to complete a quest. Raven feathers. Item needed to complete a quest. I don't know why they're over in this pile where it's easy to sell them off. Yeah, we need to hit up a bank when we have a chance, so we can trade in these coins for real money. Well, let's go ahead and meditate here. In case there's fighting where we're going. Okay, look for thieves or talk with beggars. Well, this would have been a nice place to live before
Deepest apologies, Governor. Fetch some metal, you wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
You're a fierce one.
How is business?
But you've fairness in your eyes.
The war I drink, clear up. The ladies find me handy. That you.
Most honorable town people, please remember to warn any passerbys who might be currently found beneath your window before emptying out your chamber pots. Contract Haunted House. I seek a witcher of unsullied reputation, documented regarding prior achievements and written references preferred, who will undertake the task of combing the residents on the outskirts of the city recently acquired by the undersigned Count Kurt Dysart in order to find and drive off or kill the creature which is haunting it. Sizable reward guaranteed. Contract Imp. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, I hereby announce the following. A particular bold beast and imp to our thinking has taken to thieving in the markets near the city gates. Though it has not yet harmed any humans, the monster has caused a great deal of irrecoverable financial loss. Whoever tracks down and kills this imp shall receive a hefty reward, one free of all taxes in accordance with our Honorable City Councilman's Decree number 1271/C/7/10. Do not tarry in providing assistance, good people, for retail trade as the backbone of a healthy economy, meaning your financial well-being of the city's merchants lies in all your best interests. High stakes Gwent tournament. Okay. Come to the Passiflora. Monsters in the Bits. By order of the City Council number blah blah blah. A reward has been set aside for the killing of the monster which torments and murders residents of the Bits after dark. The only accepted proof of having performed the deed shall be a trophy taken from the monster's body. Yes, this means your mother's or cousin's or aunt's eyewitness testimony will not suffice, nor will the sworn word of any other person, regardless of his or her claimed relationship to you, the hierarch, or anyone else. Also, without caring one whit for his or her alleged trustworthiness, which supposedly can attest to by anyone at your favorite drinking hall. Fist fight. As anyone look to back sheds, we'll find plenty of worthy ones in our fair city. Those interested in enjoying the fun, sign up for our tournament. You'll face these most highly honorable gents: Gorgeous George, known as the Pile Driver, Archibald O'Neill, Captain Iron Mortimer, and Durden, known as the Tailor. Okay, so a fight club with Taylor Durden would be Tyler Durden, obviously. Gorgeous George was a professional wrestler back in like the 50s, known as the Pile Driver. Archibald O'Neill, Captain Iron Mortimer. Yeah, we'll take it all.
Pickpocket!
So here we have a have our eyes on a thief. Oh, people just disappeared.
Just gotta adjust the good position where they toss the leftovers.
Oh, theater.
Oh, what a killer!
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh?
My mum's sick, and if I don't feed her, well, she's like to die of hunger.
All right, I'll give you some coin, but you gotta tell me where the Putrid Grove is.
I don't know that. Keep your coin, I don't know a thing. Move on. Be gone!
Hmm.
Arms for the poor.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Begging to be squeezed. Ah, Fabian, it's unhealthy this yen for wenches. It will be your being, I tell you.
A storm, damn it.
Don't understand the clowns, but
Hey, you! Yes, you! You got water on the brain? Got my eye on you, white one.
okay.
Officer, taking a rest from witch hunting. Greetings, Your Honour. Good to see you again.
Bring us the usual.
Of course. Keep this up and you'll earn yourselves a preferential rate.
Good, I enjoy shagging freaks. Three-titted wenches abandon normal brothels.
Open up. Who are you and what you want?
Doing some sightseeing. Kinda curious about what's beyond this gate.
My brother-in-law was curious. Worms been eating him for 5 years now.
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated kill at me things.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it, gotta contribute to the Grove's upkeep.
Don't know the password.
Pay up then.
Yeah, $50 is fine.
Catch.
You may enter. Oh, right after you leave me your weapons. They'll be safe in my locker.
Fine.
Fine. Make sure you don't lose them.
No worries. Be waiting for you once you're done with the king.
What are you offering?
Zircanian saddlebags. Okay. Okay. Spear saddle. I think our saddle's better than that.
See you.
Okay. So lets us carry about 30 more pounds. And 50 stamina, that's what I thought. Let's... Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that.
What are you offering?
Okay.
See you.
While we're near here, we'll go ahead and make sure we do our alchemy. We got enhanced swallow. Wow. Oh. Interesting. So they took away our bombs. We could make more. Hydrogenum. Enhanced black blood. I wonder if it would be... Grape shot. Stammelford's dust. So we could have a couple of bombs here. I don't think we actually need it, but it looks like that's I mean, if we need to, we can always throw fire at people. Rosemary and Thyme, the hottest spot in Novigrad.
Convince those knaves of the city council that spells are not needed for winter. They're positively indispensable.
They won't listen, Milo. They're scared of Menga.
In that case, please convey that if any of them should fall ill, he can stick his head in the flames of the eternal fire. Now, permit me some rest.
Geezer, come on.
Good, sir.
That's a pain.
So, how are things?
Good. More and more people come to our secret clinics looking for help.
There she is.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're sitting ducks for the temple guard. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
Hey, Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know each other well. I was curious whether you'd managed to find me, Witcher.
Am I mistaken, or you got something to take up with me?
Who knows? Man with two swords and the skill to use them could be very useful these days.
Could have sent some underling to fetch me.
Could have, but I admit I wanted to see how you'd manage. See if you're as crafty as you are well crafted. See, Witcher, I've got plans. Big plans. Far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid and his witch hunters took the reins. The semblance of power don't interest me.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will be truly free. But before that can happen, we got to rid it of superstition, farting around about the hallowed essence of the eternal fire. Nonsense for kiddies.
Apparently not. Cheering crowd at the execution. Mostly adults.
Any crowd of rabble will cheer to the stench of burning flesh. But one day, folk will understand the eternal fire's naught but a leash around their necks. They call this place the Putrid Grove, but it's the rest of Novigrad that's putrefied. This here's the last bastion of normality, sanity, reason. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to our city, because it will be our city one day, Geralt. Mark my words.
Yours, plural?
Yeah, mine. And me friends. But that's a tale for another time. For now, I'll leave you two alone. Because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along.
Hopefully she doesn't string us along like the Baron did.
What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Merigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Merigold partied with someone very dear to her and had to start anew. Hasn't turned out like I imagined. Come on, let me give you a taste of my life.
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon. Nice to hear a few kind words, but my friend needs his weapons.
Course, I got 'em. Said I'd have 'em, give 'em back. So I'm giving 'em back. Here's your junk.
Thanks.
You watch out for yourself, miss. Novigrad's not what it used to be. Not a city for you.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her? Here? No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more?
Out of the way.
Hello, Klug. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say. I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other way.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me. I don't easily frighten, but I felt a cold sweat on my arse, I did. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
I can do that. Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from the harbour.
I didn't expect such devotion.
Wanted to freshen up anyway. Let's go.
Stop. Hear that? They've come for us.
The fall didn't break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks. Nothing. Turned out, he was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it. Damn near went mad.
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug.
I don't know what that was.
We were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor. Greetings!
I was hoping he would,
Says they're to suffer.
let's go ahead and Night Wrath, and Troll.
There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever on this wall that will let me see the passage.
So saw it over here. We'll hit it after I check out everything over here.
Free City of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes three things. Coin, coin, and even more coin. That's why they're exterminating mages, confiscating their property and possessions. And they'll go after non-humans next. The elves occupy slums, but the dwarves practically control financial life in the city. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
It's underwater. Your existing save is corrupted and needs to be deleted. A new save will be written in its place. Okay, that's not
Seem
good.
to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on. 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Okay, as soon as this is over, I'm going to save and reload. There's a chance that we lost this.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Is that a problem?
By the eternal fire, no. I'm surprised, that's all. Together, I expect you resolve things twice as fast. You've the look of true experts. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Triss, you and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
All right then. Let's get to work.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related. Where do you think you're going? Warehouse job won't wait, you know.
Looks like a good spot.
I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no. Notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
A master monster slayer in the world's largest city. Looking for rat shit. Jeez. Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk. Well, now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound. And...
Reconciled?
Knew a man once who reacted to everything, especially adversity, by mocking it.
Healthy attitude. Must have lived long.
Came a day he lost both his legs in battle. He shrugged, said it was better that way. He'd never feel pain in them again.
I understand him perfectly.
I know. Thing is, he was lying to himself.
I think he just didn't have much of a choice.
We all lie sometimes, but lying to yourself is running away, whereas there's really nowhere to run.
Sometimes you have to escape just to forget. Your friend might have dwelled on his lost legs, but it's not like by grieving he could have grown another pair. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
So where did we last talk to Yennefer? We last talked to her in Vizima when she went north. We didn't really
Don't know yet.
get a chance to talk much.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you. Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start.
Such a sharp sense of smell. You should have legged it while you had the chance.
I don't generally leg it. Here's what I think you should do. Pay up and march your boys out of here while there's still time.
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't hire a sorceress in order to pay her.
Take my advice, mutant. If it's not your business, stay out of it.
Thanks for the advice, but I can't take it. All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
If not for you, we need to find Brandon.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
No need. Glad I could help.
You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri. And I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, de Jonquière, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
It was nice to see you again.
You too, Geralt. You should go now, before Corrine goes back into hiding somewhere.
What if I want to find you?
I live in the Bits, near the fish market. Stop by. It'd be nice.
All right. See you later.
Okay. So let's go ahead and save. And we're gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I'll go ahead and try reloading and see if that gets rid of the problem. I think the problem, it might have been just the one of these checkpoints or autosave slots. Is corrupted, or all of them, I don't know, but we'll see what's up and continue looking around Novigrad from here. Thanks.